Do you know that we owe Ukrainians reparations for building and defending this nation? Oh, my bad. I meant to say Black Americans. Notice how there was not one study, not one hearing needed before sending billions of dollars to Ukrainians nor any other group. Yet, when the topic of reparations for the descendants of American slaves is mentioned, we get told a motley of excuses. And I know some of you want to blame the Republicans, but it is for the Democrats that Black Americans vote 85 to 95%. And the Democrats have been complicit in their neglect of Black Americans as well. Maybe it's time we elect politicians that are actually going to fight for us. Maybe it's time we do something different, something better. Join me in getting us not just better, but the best. Join me in this fight. Thank you.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
All right. Welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. And as you are coming in, family, please do me a huge favor and like and share this broadcast. If you could share this on your social media, we are a small channel and growing. You know, I would have to say, I don't really see my real true numbers here on YouTube. So, but nonetheless, let's help get that word out. And you can always let YouTube know you appreciate this broadcast with the super chat and the thumbs up, and also that subscribe button. And if you hit the notification bell, then that way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded. And you can also join and become a member of this channel as well. So, welcome all of the family in the house. And I see the congratulations to our sister, Judah Queen, which I will be playing. We're going to start the broadcast out with a tribute to our sister because, as some of y'all know, she has been toiling in her studies to graduate from college. So congratulations to our sister Judah Queen. And you know, she ain't done yet, but congratulations on this particular degree, and always positive energy, power, and blessings for the next degree to come that you will obtain. So shout out to our sister, and we're gonna play that in a minute before I get to the people in the chat. So let's see who we have in the chat. And tonight, as you see, Deception Artist, Subway Bronson, and Citi Bike Carolyn Bryant. And we're going to get into that. And you know, one thing I almost titled today's broadcast, Rewriting History While Lying About the Present. That was the alternative title for today's broadcast. So just to let y'all know where we coming from today. We have Lawrence Lilly in the house. Welcome, brother. We got Kid Gravity in the house. What is going on, my brother? We have Key Prince in the house. Welcome, sister. And of course, we got our sister Judah Queen in the house. Welcome, and congratulations. We have 25 kids in the house. Welcome, brother. Or sister, I believe it's brother. Old grandma. Well, we know you a sister. Welcome. Jersey City in the building. Welcome, sister. Of course, we got Rain Love in the house. Welcome, sister. We have cult-like personality in the house. Peace. Yo 103 Queenan in the house. Welcome. Got my brother Black Jack 21 in the house. Shout out to my brother Eastsiders. Rhonda Smith in the house. Welcome, sister. Yeah, what's going on? Boy, you get it together here, StreamYard. What's up with the weird lagging? This is really weird, and I'm hardwired, so there's more. Well, you know, you hardwire for a better connection. Yeah, clearly these issues are not on my end. Let's see. So yes, good evening, all Rhonda Smith. And we got Tay the Man in the house. Welcome, Tay the Man. Wow, we're not where I was going. Wow, StreamYard, catch up. Good grief. Tay the Man in the house. Welcome, brother. We got Nashella Hargrave in the house. Welcome, sister. Welcome back. Dark skinned brother in the house. What is going on? Blackjack says, salute Zilla. Yes, indeed. And Nashella Hargrave, congratulations to my beautiful daughter, Judah Queen. Absolutely. Heat St. Cloud in the house. Welcome. And we got Tasha Peters in the house. Welcome. And Blackjack 21 is congratulations, Judah Queen. Yes, indeed. So now that we have everyone in the house, let go to, I want to go to that format, so make sure you do that. All right, so with that being said, let me give some credit to our sister, Judah Queen, who just graduated from Coppin State University. I believe that is Coppin State. And they did a piece on her. They did a nice piece on her, highlighting her trials and tribulations to make it to this point of graduation. So, I'm glad that they did that piece because it is definitely an inspiring story. So, as I wait for my computer to do whatever it's supposed to be doing here, let me see. Will this work? Bear with me 1 second. Oh boy, what is going on here? All right. Waiting for something to happen. In the meantime, as I guess I don't know what is going on here. Good grief. Okay. Let's just get rid of that. Okay. Now, like I said, let's get back to the story celebrating our sister, Judah Queen. Add it to the street, please.
Of prayer, patience, and perseverance. It's a journey marked by more than 200 days in the hospital. But after years of medical challenges, along with plenty of emotional peaks and valleys, Helen Hargrave is now a proud member of the class of 2023 at Coppin State University.
I took a year off and I came back to finish. I'm just so happy.
Describe this moment for us.
I can't, it's unbelievable. I can't believe I made it.
Hard to believe because the injuries she sustained in 2011. She was hit by the SUV near a bus stop on Washington Boulevard. In Hellthorpe, parents had another miracle.
The doctor said that she would never regain her brain functions, that she would wear a trach, and I did not accept nothing that the doctors said.
In spite of being in the hospital, in spite of being counted out, and in spite of the coward that hit her never coming forward, she's endured.
You have earned your baccalaureate degree. Congratulations, Eagle.
She endured and excelled, graduating cum laude, the Bachelor of Science degree in early childhood education.
I love my family. I have the best family. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my parents. My mother, she's in the crowd. She really helped me through college.
But this is not the end of her educational journey.
I'm still here and I'm pushing forward. And it's not over for me yet. I got one more degree to go.
So what's next for Helen Hargrave? She's pursuing a master's degree while continuing to be a student teacher in Baltimore County. On the campus of Coppin State University, Tim Tootin, WBAL, TV 11 News.
Family, I'm going to play that again as well because I did not like how, I don't know what the hell is going on. StreamYard, can we get it together today? This is clearly not on my end. So I'm going to try it one more time. And hopefully this will play correctly and we can enjoy and celebrate our sister without StreamYard chopping the hell up out of this video. Let's get it together. Good grief. But again, congratulations, Judah Queen, nonetheless. And okay, so hopefully this will work and play better. So, revisiting the video that we just played, hopefully this is a better airing of it. And so, again, celebrating our sister, my moderator right here, Judah Queen, aka Helen Hargrave.
There are plenty of stories in the crowd behind me here, but maybe one not quite like that of Helen Hargrave. It is a story of the power of prayer, patience, and perseverance. It's a journey marked by more than 200 days in the hospital. But after years of medical challenges, along with plenty of emotional peaks and valleys, Helen Hargrave is now a proud member of the class of 2023 at Coppin State University.
I took a year off and I came back to finish. I'm just so happy.
Describe this moment for us.
I can't, it's unbelievable. I can't believe I made it.
Hard to believe because of the injuries she sustained in August of 2011. She was hit by the SUV near a bus stop on Washington Boulevard in Hillthorpe. In the crowd at graduation on Friday morning were her parents and a host of other family members there to witness yet another miracle.
The doctor said that she would never regain her brain functions, that she would wear a trach, and I did not accept nothing that the doctors said.
In spite of being in the hospital, in spite of being counted out, and in spite of the coward that hit her never coming forward, she's endured.
You have earned your baccalaureate degree. Congratulations, Eagle.
She endured and excelled, graduating cum laude, the Bachelor of Science degree in early childhood education.
I love my family. I have the best family. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my parents. My mother, she's in the crowd. She really helped me through college.
But this is not the end of her educational journey.
I'm still here and I'm pushing forward. And it's not over for me yet. I got one more degree to go.
So what's next for Helen Hargrave? She's pursuing a master's degree while continuing to be a student teacher in Baltimore County. On the campus of Coppin State University, Tim Tootin, WBAL, TV 11 News.
All right. So once again, salute Judah Queen. Man. Just mad congratulations to that. And definitely an inspiring story. So I hope that everybody definitely is moved by that. And shout out to you, sister. And again, like I said, good luck, power, peace, and blessings and energy to obtaining that master's degree. So yes. Fanny would be proud of me. I know that's right. You said them caps ain't made from natural hair. No, they are not. No, they are not. I think my oldest just wore his, or actually he just held his in his hand because his afro was so big. So yes, indeed. Project Leroy in the house. I see you. So yes, y'all give I see the round of applause and the love for our sister Judah Queen in the chat. That is dope. So shout out you, Judah Queen. And shout out to Mama too. Shout out to Michelle Hargrave. Shout out to Pops, brother Kevin. So salute to both of y'all for bringing this sister into the world. And you see what kind of contribution she is. So soon to be teacher. Yes, indeed. As you also heard that mentioned, she is a student teacher. So, she is now starting to make her bones in the education and the educator lane. So, see what FBA is over here. So, shout out to our sister, and man, you don't understand the exceptional people that we are, and that right there within itself, just right here out the grassroots, so let that be a lesson that it doesn't matter who you are or what you are, as long as you are really true to yourself and what you are supposed to be doing. And we all get those bumps in the road. We all get those ups and downs, wins and losses. The whole point is not quitting. And this sister is the poster child for not quitting. So shout out to you, sister. Congratulations. Yes, indeed, Blackjack. We are the epitome of excellence. Facts. Big facts. So with that being said, let me go ahead and take a brief break, and we will get on to the topics of this evening. So real quick, a message from our brother, Greg Marcel Dixon.
We like to say that slavery was a long time ago, but you are looking at a man who was raised in the same house with a woman who was raised by someone who was enslaved by America. This is my dear great-grandmother, Justine Brown, but I just called her Nana. She died at 101 when I was 31 years old in the year 2015. I spent 31 years of my life with a woman who was raised by someone who was enslaved by America. Her grandfather, Willie Simmons, was born enslaved in Beaufort in 1838. Slavery was not a long time ago. Jim Crow, redlining, lynch mobs were even more recent. This country owes reparations to Black Americans, and if this country had done to you what it had done to Black Americans, I will be right here fighting for you to get what you are owed as well. I am Greg Marcel Dixon, and I approve this message.
All right. So, welcome back. We again, like I said, the title of the conversation this evening is Deception Artist, and I mean Subway Bronson. So when I say Subway Bronson, I mean like Charles Bronson, aka the Subway Killer Daniel J. Penny, who is the vicious, suspected white supremacist, the leader of our brother Jordan Neely. And then I also said Citi Bike Carolyn Bryant. And the reason why I'm calling her Carolyn Bryant is because these type of people who do stuff like this need to be called out for what it really is. Not to mention, within the same time of Joe Biden touting his anti-lynching bill, based off of none other than the Emmett Till situation, which, of course, they never prosecuted Carolyn Bryant. So, as you see, there are some things that have taken place. There are some things going on out here that even on the, I guess, the grassroots, or what you wouldn't think, because for the most part, y'all know who most of us in the grassroots arenas are. You see the profiles, you see the channels, and whatnot. All of these things you see. So what are we going to freeze me out now? Okay. Yeah. Hold on. All right. We are having a time. I think I might have to switch. Oh, okay. As soon as it's funny. You just start picking up another device, and then all of a sudden, the problems just go away. Funny how that works. Anyway, like I was saying, so many things going on out here, and Biden touting his Juneteenth to Black folks, which everybody now gets a paid off holiday. Also, his bill, which again, like I said, did no prosecution on Carolyn Bryant, however, pats himself on the back for an anti-lynching bill. And then you have a Daniel J. Penny that lynches a man on a subway in broad ass daylight, and no one in the administration of Joe Biden can seem to find the word lynch now. But I did the anti-lynching bill, and I wrote it, and I wrote, well, then where are you to call this a lynching? You tell us about all of these Black people that you put in place. Well, you got a Black police chief, you have a Black DA, you have a Black mayor. So you have a Black police commissioner in New York. Nobody can seem to go find this guy, yet and still, here's the most important part. See, when we understand that media and the mainstream media knew who he was, mainstream media has Black anchors. The Al Sharptons, the Joy Reids, the Don Lemons. Nobody came out with this dude's name because nobody was willing to buck. I wonder if Mark Lamar Hill even had his name over there at the Griot for Byron Allen, who is now, he's going to make another attempt at trying to get Black grassroots to come back him, because every time Byron Allen shows up, oh man, they're racist. For you new young people who are not familiar with the history of Byron Allen has a way, because of thanks to Tone and Yvette, for basically somewhat validating this dude. This dude has been more whiter than Bryant Gumbel his whole career. Byron Allen is, when they said, Byron Allen would make Bryant Gumbel look like Malcolm X. That's the type of cat he's always been. He's always wanted to be the safe Negro. That's how he made so much money, because they let him. You don't get much more safer than Byron Allen. Steve Harvey could never be trusted to be that safe. And you know what Steve Harvey is. So for those who are too young to know, man, please. Byron Allen, super duper Tom. It ain't never been down for Black folks. So it's real funny to hear him come around, man, they racist, man. Look at that, ain't doing us. Man, get out of here. No, buddy, no. No, sir. So again, we have all of these different entities out here running interference. One of the people that they're running interference for, of course, are the Democrats, and being Joe Biden. Well, other people in that party seem to start having some other tools. Check this out.
Our brand new poll conducted with the Washington Post, it shows major challenges for President Biden. His approval ratings at 36%, a career low. More Americans now say Donald Trump did a better job handling the economy, and Trump is leading Biden in a 2024 matchup.
I'm no Trump supporter, but I'm definitely no Biden supporter. And here it is. I am a Black people supporter. So meaning all things that are a detriment to our community, I'm against. I'm not supporting policies that help people come here to displace us, undermine us, move us from our own homes that we and the communities that we build to watch other people come here and then be disrespectful. And I obviously am seeing that there are others out there to whom share the same sentiment. There was a video that popped up on my Instagram feed the other day, and well, I'm just going to share it with you.
No! I'm gonna say what I want and then I'll fucking leave! I am so sick of you foreigners coming to my fucking country and treating me like shit! This is my country! You are a foreigner on my fucking land!
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. I'm glad he said it. Now, speaking of foreigners coming over to our land and then trying to have some kind of funny style way towards us, I haven't really spoke about this dude too much, but trust me, he's on my radar, but no one that I would see. I don't see him as any potential anything. But if so, he'll get that attention if he crosses that threshold, which I don't believe he can. I think they're using this guy for rhetoric's sake, and he is saying things that other people can't say. However, when you always get a wannabe white supremacist, they don't know when to turn off lie. Like this guy.
First, we have to unshackle U.S. energy. Energy is the main input into the economy. Drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear. Do it without apology. For some reason, you're not even supposed to say those things out loud. I'm going to implement them as my policy. Second thing is put people back to work. I think a big part of what we've lost in this country is our pro-work culture in America. We've paid people to stay home. Take away the disincentives that we create to work itself. That's also one of the obstacles to GDP growth. Anyone who's building a growing business will tell you that finding workers is their main obstacle. And then the third thing we got to do is reform the Federal Reserve. And I've written extensively about this. But I'll put the Federal Reserve back in its place and say you have one job. Stabilize the U.S. dollar, period.
Oh, how naive some of these foreigners are. I'll put the Federal Reserve back in their place. I guess. That work out for JFK? Tory and Rain reloaded in the house. Black first, my brother. Yeah, I don't think that worked out for JFK. Last people, I mean, when you say things like this, like always listen to the ignorance of somebody that says, yeah, when I get in office, I'm going to restructure the IRS. Pump your brakes. Oh, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to redo the Federal Reserve. What? You think them people going to let you touch their money? For those of you who still don't understand how this country works, Channel Raw TV. Now, that might work for the people who don't know. And of course, because I'm sure a lot of people hear Federal Reserve. Like, man, that is the business branch of America. Like, America's a corporation. All this country first crap that they talk, no, it's a business. That's why you needed a Donald Trump. He understood it. It's a business. Now you have a bunch of illegals being shipped in here and a bunch of trillions going out into a whole nother war while America is defaulting on its own bills. And somehow black folks still tell themselves, well, we got to get that keep that Trump out. Boy, we can't survive 4 more years of Trump. I just don't know what we going to do. I mean, we just can't do it. If Trump get in there, they gonna put us back in the plantation, man. You gonna let them, huh? Because that's where your mind is. Well, then go. Go to the nearest richest white person and say, can I work for you for free? Because that's where you are already. You're just waiting for some of them to come tell you, get back on this plantation. All right then, boss. Listen, because that's the mentality you have to be in when you say they're going to take us back to something. Really? Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to go back to the plantation? Come on over here because we said so. Yes, sir, boss. I was ready. Oh, this world has been so hard to me. I just wondering when Master was going to just come back and rescue us. And, see, one thing I learned about this last time, about the Donald Trump thing, they scared these old Negroes so bad. Man, that Trump is right. Yeah, see, I knew that only had legs for 2 years. You notice how they don't even tie white supremacy and racism to Trump anymore? Because, see, all of that time, Trump and the racists and the racists and the Trump and the racists and the racists and the Trumps. Now, you ain't even hearing that. Because he's not inciting anti-black violence. He is not the leader of white supremacy. He is not the representation of white supremacy. No. American societal culture is. And that's what we're proving here this evening. Because again, another thing about the Democrats, and then when they start seeing honorary anti-black white supremacists in maybe in the last names of Garcias or Suarez's, we are recognizing that it is the same agenda now. So you will not be able to do that. And I'm glad that people are stepping to people because this needs to be done. So shout out to our people in Chicago. Shout out to our brother Tyrone Muhammad. And for these other folks out there to keep running up on these folks because it needs to happen like this.
Tomorrow everybody knows who are talking about South Shore and immigration. Yes. None of you all have reached out. Alderman Lopez reached out, but none of you all have reached out.
Right. We got my commitment. We got my commitment.
About us with you, without us.
No, we're meeting tomorrow.
That's not good.
Let's meet tomorrow.
And say, let's meet tomorrow. Who said we had time tomorrow?
I reach out.
You already have a meeting without talking to us.
I want to put you in tomorrow so y'all can get your cash today.
This is not being voted on. That's what we need to work. We need to be as a group.
You need to work. If you're going to do it, you do it right.
Out of respect, we're going to let you all finish, but all we're saying is this whole country has stepped on the black man and woman in this country.
We're not taking it no more.
And all we're saying is we don't have no problem with everybody receiving.
Yes.
We family.
We're in the same page.
But we saying that we have 18,000 in the city of Chicago, ex-felons. The only thing this country and this city has had for black men and boys are graveyards. They got housing for us to go in prison, but no housing for us when we return. Mm-hmm. That's public safety. That's work. But that's the public safety issues they keep lying about, but they don't tell the people that if you don't address housing, if you don't address employment, and if you doesn't address the mental health issue as a result of all of that, you will never invite. Stop lying. Y'all keep letting them lie.
Wait, you got an invitation to work together.
But we're also
So what is it?
compassionate.
It's okay. It's okay.
And then you seen the little pudgy one. She over there about to start. I know we're so passionate. No, ma'am. Don't get that's just the energy of a real strong man. Calm down. It's not that somebody is screaming, I know we're passionate. No, that brother wasn't giving you passion. That brother was just giving you the truth in a manly form. It's no need. See, I know what you want people to do is to soft shoe it and soft speak it to you. No, that's just a man coming in the tone of a man, not in the tone of a punk. How they want so many of us black men walking around acting. See, right now they say, well, you talking aggressive. And no. I'm just talking as a man. I'm not aggressive. I'm not talking overly passionate and all of this. No, it just got some real manly energy behind it. And that's what you're not used to. We see that. But that don't mean I need to take any kind of steam up off of my own self to make you feel comfortable about some false identity of black males that you hold as a trope in your ideal beliefs, in your system that you call morals. To which, if you came to a country that you did not build and disrespect those who did build it, and especially knowing they built it in a condition of absolute hard chattel slavery, to look at the descendants of those people as they owe you something today is beyond belief. And oh, yes, man, we can talk tomorrow. No, you needed to have approached us yesterday. This is where everybody's crying right now with how we're operating out here as the grassroots, how we're operating here as foundational Black Americans. Shout out Blueberry Muffin, I see you. These people here, these invaders. See, we have the immigrants who have went through the process real. These invaders are illegal and it is destroying this place. None of the Democrats that I seen always telling me how stupid and dumb we are. Notice how all of them are quiet. They over here posting Pinterest scenes and stuff. Oh, well, look at this. Look at the decorative thing. And boy, people done went from being anti-black man bashers just a few years ago to now they're doing Betty Homemaker stuff. Have y'all noticed that on your timeline? I know I have. I've called a few out. And I mean, I still will. Chrissy, and the joke writer. I will never let that go. I mean, hey, man, I am right here. If you ever want to apologize and say, you know what, we was on some BS. Courtney, I don't know how the hell you have a black husband, black children, and then say black men are evil. But that's your post, sister. Dark chocolate sister with a dark chocolate husband. Dark chocolate children, but black men, ain't you? Well, what about your sons? So I assume you must want the targets like Jordan Neely. You want that to be your kids because black men ain't shit. See how that works? Hope the wheels on the bus are starting to go round and round now. Chrissy? Courtney? Both of y'all got black sons. Get out here just dogging black men. Both married women to black men. But the Democrat line is so damn important that you would come out here talking like you was Cynthia G. That raggedy broad from up the way. Who is probably jilted because she's been dejected. And again, alopecia don't stop you from getting no man. It's just that you are undesirable. You are a miserable person. You were much happier back in the 90s. But anyway. I-5 business. But with that being said, these people have to understand, man, these folks have sold you deception. Now, when it comes down to Subway Bronson, the Subway killer, Daniel Penny, you understand? When it comes down to that guy, now he's made buku bucks on his GoFundMe because so many people like, man, he's a hero. He's a hero. For some reason, his lawyer allowed him to go do an interview while facing manslaughter charges. Now, he's doing an interview. I guess he was assuming that he would kind of sweeten the jury pool. But truth be told, just put this in perspective. He's what, 24? 2 years ago. Well, what, 3 years now? So what, he was 21? So in 2020, he was 21. What was he focused on? I'm going to go be a Marine. Why don't we talk? And here's a former Marine at 24. Nobody mentions the fact that he was not honorably discharged. He doesn't have an honorable discharge, to my understanding. So I don't know why how would you be decorated, but you have separated from the armed forces without honor? So if he wasn't with honor then, why the hell would you be calling him a hero? He didn't even serve his country in honor. Did I miss something? But nonetheless, this man who snuck up behind a frail, barely over 100-pound man who was having a mental episode, he then proceeds to put him in a chokehold and choke him out, while all the other people assisted him in taking Jordan Neely's life. See, here's the other thing. There's no hero here. No, this is a lynching with bystanders who sat there with their phones out and watched, hey, you're killing a dude. Maybe you should stop him. But nobody did. So now what are we saying? We're going to trivialize that Jordan Penny being a nuisance on a train is worthy of death. But somehow a sadistic killer that just indiscriminately walks up behind someone and kills them is a hero. Now, where are the consequences for your actions? Eric Adams, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Eric Adams, for coming out there, and you said this on camera, brother. Man, I mean, with some type of behavior, you got consequences. What? Then where's your DA to put consequences on this murderer? Because last time I checked, impersonating Michael Jackson was not a death warrant of offense. No, man, you got that moonwalk wrong, man. Come on, huh? I'm hungry. I'm starving. I don't care if I live or die. Where does harming anyone else enter into the conversation? Because now we're going back to it's a big black guy and I was just scared because he was big, black, and loud at 105 pounds. The hell are you talking about? And this has been allowed to go, it's just no, that's not cool. That ain't cool at all. And, However, it's very American. It's very American. Because, see, just like Subway Bronson and Citi Bike Carolyn, both of them are not politicians. However, those types of mentalities most definitely can end up in politics. Like this, though.
What are you talking about?
Where are the migrant
What
children?
kids?
You guys
We're
lost
accepting them. We love
No,
them.
you've lost
We
them.
love the migrant children. Why we lost them?
You can't find them.
What are you
That's
talking
your
about? What are you
administration.
talking about?
Yeah, migrant children missing.
No, we don't know the news. I don't know. That's Fox News. That's Fox
Let me
News.
tell you
Listen,
something,
I need you
Jamal.
to save
Not
the
very
party.
Yelling, shouting, raising his voice. He has aggressive, his physical mannerisms are aggressive, and I am concerned about it. I feel threatened by him.
It's so nonsensical that it's comical. You can see clearly in the video that we were like playfully jousting with each other. She was laughing, I was laughing. We were talking about each other's party and certain issues. So the demeanor and the disposition, on the steps, it was playful. We were going after each other. Yeah. So for her the next morning to say what she said, I mean, it's a complete 180, number one. It's no longer comical now because now you are using historical racist tropes toward black men, menacing his mannerisms. I'm afraid that's the stuff that got, Trayvon Martin killed, Tamir Rice killed, Michael Brown killed. I mean, I believe Officer Darren Smith literally talked about his presence and his strength as an excuse for killing him. And this has happened to black men historically. And so now we're in a dangerous space. And that's why I wanted to be really, really clear to reporters today how reckless and dangerous her statements were. And she should know better. I believe she knows better. This is another reason why we need to teach the accurate history of America in our schools and make sure African-American history is a part of that, because her rhetoric and her behavior in Congress outside of me, pictures with the AR-15 with the squad behind her, chasing David Hogg and stalking him as he engaged in activism around gun violence. Her rhetoric, her language, her behavior has been aggressive and intimidating since she's gotten into Congress. Now she's trying to displace it onto me.
Facts. Big facts. I have to strongly agree. And she did, he was menacing and big and black and aggressive, and I'm scared and I'm fearful. You are looking at the exchange that she's referring to. See how she tried to change that? The same thing that little Mexican woman was going to try to do to Brother Tyrone Muhammad. Oh, I understand. See, I understand. That's why they were telling her, no, because it's not going to work there. And you don't want to go down that road in conversation with him. Although, little Missy, little senorita, I'm sure you thought you were smart. But you were about to mentally get dog-walked by that brother going down that path of doing. Well, I know everybody's passionate, but you just got to keep the energy down. Oh, you were going down a rabbit hole, sis. So I'm glad that your man stopped you because you were doing too much. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be talking to that man. There's nothing that you have to say to him. I know we're passionate. Be quiet. He was just talking to this man. What do you need to open up? You two men were just talking. What are you interjecting for? I know what, Pat. You ain't going to take no energy from that black man. Talk to yours. You see what they're always trying to do? They always are trying to get a black man off his square. Stop being a lion. You're always roaring all the time. But that's what lions do. Well, I understand we're passionate, but do you have to roar? No. That's just what I do. I'm just a lion. Oh, man, I'm scared. You're just big and roary and black and Did he do anything to you, ma'am? Well, no, but he was menacing. How? Well, he was aggressive. How? He's black. Like I said, rewriting history. That's how I almost titled today's broadcast, Rewriting History While Lying on the Present. But I figured instead, deception artists. Subway Bronson and Citi by Carolyn Bryant. Well, you can't call people Carolyn's and white supremacists because if you do, then that's not nice. And it's almost like using the N-word. No, it's not at all the same. Notice how it's always non-black folks that tell you what's like the N-word. And it's never a question to a black person about what could be deemed offensive or the barometer. It's always someone else telling you, this has got to be like this. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, it is not. Just because you're white and you say so, that works where you're at. But over here, we weigh out and disseminate information truthfully and rightfully, knowledgeably so. And we can spot a liar when we see one. So we know how to call out lies and deception when they happen so often. You understand? No wonder they're going to come on here. So let me play the other part of that because, she did a little, I want to play the whole press conference of her and what she's saying about their exchange. Because again, and then think about what I'm saying about Citi by Carolyn Bryant. We seeing a societal situation right here.
I had to have so much security. There was not enough. I was swarmed. It's all on video. Everyone can see this. But I will tell you what's on video is Jamal Bowman shouting at the top of his lungs, cursing, calling me a horrible, calling me a white supremacist, which I take great offense to. That is like calling a person of color the N-word, which should never happen. Calling me a white supremacist is equal to that, and that is wrong. Jamal Bowman was down there cursing at me, telling me to get the F out of there, and he was leading the mob right outside the vehicle I was sitting in. We have this all on video. And then on the Capitol steps yesterday, he was the one that approached me. Even CNN reported that. Yelling, shouting, raising his voice. He has aggressive, his physical mannerisms are aggressive. And he just recently shoved Thomas Massey just outside the House chamber. I think there's a lot of concern about Jamal Bowman. So, and I am concerned about it. I feel threatened by him. He not only led a mob there, but his boisterous lies. And I'll tell you another thing he said outside there. He was saying, save your party. I kept telling him, no, save the country. It's not about political parties. We shouldn't care about political parties. We should care about the country, because no matter what our political beliefs are, Jamal Bowman, I don't know what his political beliefs are. I know what mine are, but we both swore an oath to serve the country here in Congress as representatives. So I am very concerned about Jamal Bowman, and he's someone that people should watch.
Okay. Now my mic is on. Hopefully y'all can hear me. So again, you see the trope she's using? Now the video that you see, well, he accosted me on the steps. That's not happening. Fire up the jet. But POC is the new N-word, you the queen. You know, for real though, that black and brown thing is played. That Chicago situation is showing you that. And again, the fact that them people in Chicago are having a meeting just like the people in LA did, without involving the people from the black folks from that community to which they're trying to plan for. Oh, well, we can meet tomorrow. We can meet tomorrow. No, tomorrow was supposed to be yesterday. And this is how we need to start. I'm glad they did that, because truth be told, more of that needs to start occurring, because again, we don't have no representation in their ranks, and we need to make that abundantly clear, especially in the ballot box. All these fake black do-nothing politicians, get their asses out of office. Don't tell me, because I'm telling you for a fact, black folks are not going to understand these black do-nothing politicians. If they want to act like buffers for a white agenda, vote somebody white in there. You know why I say vote somebody white in there? Because black folks are way too visual. And when they see a black face, they get comfortable. I need y'all to see nothing but the white faces. That way you at least understand we got to get something from these people. And you're going in there with the mind state to say, they ain't wanting to give me anything. For some reason with us, we have this real hard time accepting these black folks who will sit up in your face like Clyburn, tell you what we ain't gonna get, and then want your vote. That type of individual, you need to get away from them because they look like you. At least the other individuals you know have a different agenda. So it's strictly business. You keep letting these black folks around in these politicians, in these arenas, these Clyburns, these Sheila Jackson Lees, we keep letting these people hang around, and they are destroying our community from within inside. And these individuals need to be ostracized and removed. Because would you want somebody white in there? Yeah, because at least they know I'm coming about my business. If you get a buffer in there, because think about all the things that these Negroes do. Them white politicians can't do that. That's why they need them. Them niggas out. I'm telling you, it's time to get all of them old, all of them. And I mean, it's time to just start going on campaigns, getting rid of the old black politician guard. They have to go. I was just thinking about that today. Every other group has advocates. So when they get somebody that represents their community in office, they start advocating for that community. We are the only one who keeps saying representation matters, and we just keep getting black faces and black skin in places that represent anti-black agendas. Black ain't gonna cut it. It need to be in here, it need to be in here, and it need to be coming out of here. If it ain't, then you're done. And that's how we need to start carrying our vote in 2023 and in 2024 and beyond. I hope y'all understand. Because there's going to be a lot. You're trying to destroy that. We're not trying to destroy a party. We're trying to save ourselves. So if you can't see the balance, well, then maybe it's your party was set on destroying us from the beginning. Prove me wrong. Do you really think? No. I need to know about your party. If we're Trump and all of you really think them Republicans? No. I need to know about your guy. That's how the conversation is going from here on out, baby. I will not entertain distractionary conversation. Come on to the party and let's have a real conversation about what your Democratic do-nothing Negroes have done. And if you can't produce a result of tangible assets, which you all know we ain't got. I heard a brother today. I hopped in my brother Black Alpha's Twitter space for a hot second early. There was a dude right at the moment I'm listening. I'm like, dang, I can't get up on stage. So I heard what this dude is saying. It's like, okay, well, you know, DeSantis, he's the one that this is one of the black dudes, and this is another agent trick because pay attention to this. When they start talking about reparations being democratic, it is not. We are not democratic, and no white politician gave us anything. We forced an issue, and they have to do something. But see, this brother starts coming in here, and me and my wife was just talking about this last night. The shout out to Dwan B. The what we got to do, Negroes. These folks, well, you know, man, I just don't know, man. I see that, you know, DeSantis down in California, it's a reparation task force or whatever it is. First off, I can't see, this is the point. I can't stand these sucker ass simps like that. Because you already can hear, number one, you're not invested in what we're talking about. So why are you coming on stage in front of all of these people to besmirch reparations? And I understand why. Is because you have a different agenda. Well, I mean, so he ain't going, so I mean, like, what do you say? Oh man, it's rich. See, what black people don't understand is rich white people now you're finna school the grassroots on what the powers that be are. Huge red flag that this person ain't been around much of the grassroots at all. So why are they on stage? They're there for a cause and a purpose of being the voice of idiocracy while sounding intelligent, but also selling you cowardice. And then selling you on an idea that we are not unified. Yes, we are. You know who's not unified? Everybody else. So we're not worried about the masses because the masses ain't been influencing shit. We're worried about the certifieds, like my brother Alpha says, the certified individuals, the ones that actually are about the work, the ones that are about the people, the ones that are about and going to see through change. These are the individuals who we need. And right now, none of them exist because none of them at this point have condemned Subway Bronson or Citi Bike Carolyn Bryant. And both of those individuals have received huge donations. By the way, Citi Bike Carolyn Bryant. While Daniel Penny is saying, hey, dude, I love everybody. I mean, this is comical. I couldn't be racist because I was literally thinking of planning of doing a road trip to Africa, dude. So, man, I'm like, totally not, man. I mean, like, dude, I did like my MMA chokehold, man. And it was just like trying to subdue the dude. I just had on my black shoes and my white shoelaces, and you know, hey man, it's no association. I mean, I'm wearing the same outfit of all of these other white supremacist shooters and stuff, but I mean, hey, there's no connection there with me and my black and white shoelaces. I mean, hey, and then when the next time you see me, what do I have on again? Whoop, bow, whoa, and lo and behold, because you know, if you did it when you murked them out, then you know, for white supremacist porn, then you definitely got to wear white shoelaces when you show up to court. But I'm not a white supremacist. How do you know a person's not a white supremacist? Or how do you know a person is a white supremacist? Because they're telling you they're not. White supremacy means killing with impunity. Did I miss something? Nobody wants him to be charged. So maybe he could say all the people that are supporting me are white supremacists. So he probably should give that money back if he really believes that he's different than them. Because obviously, I mean, we see the tone of the people who are supporting him. He's a hero, right? And then now we have the Citi bike, Carolyn Bryant. Let me play something. Let me get the sound up here. Hold on. Let me play the sound.
The truth is that this is not just a media story. It goes much deeper than that. Consider the fact that even after the truth came out, the victim is the one who's been apologizing. Here's a groveling quote from Sarah Comey's GoFundMe page, which it's over $100,000 now, I think. Quote, Sarah holds racial justice and equity dear and has dedicated her life to serving NYC's most challenged individuals. Translation, Sarah Comey, like so many other white women in this country, got what she voted for. And even when she's confronted with the reality of what she supports, she still feels that she has to affirm it. The woman has had her life ripped to shreds by a mob of racist ghouls. I mean, they are trying to destroy her for fun. That's why she was targeted by these kids in the first place, just for fun. Take her bike and destroy her life, because why not? For sport. And still she signals her allegiance to the very predators who have made her the prey. And this is far from the first case like this. Remember Amy Cooper? A few years back, some whack job named Christian didn't like that Amy Cooper's dog wasn't on a leash in Central Park. So what does he do about that? Well, according to his own posts on Facebook, Christian tried to lure the woman's dog away from her with treats. And here's what Christian told Amy Cooper, quote, look, if you're going to do what you want, I'm going to do what I want.
He's literally making an excuse for Amy Cooper. Now, mind you, that you know, the DA out there, Alvin Bragg, just pretty much just let her go. So I mean, there's that. But man, what's really happening in New York? You get a black DA, all that representation. Gonna have an anti-Karen law. And then the victim's a coon. He has a TV show on Disney Plus. And then I mean, go figure. Some people could probably say, man, I wonder if this is not staged Hollywood in the first place. But who knows? Maybe it's just a situation of opportunity. Maybe. But nonetheless, Christian Cooper and Amy Cooper's little situation was, I'm scared. But she was the one that was actually doing the acting while visibly lying on the telephone. He's coming right at me. This is who this devil is talking about.
But you're not going to like it. Come here, puppy. Then Christian wrote, quote, I pulled out dog treats I carried just for such intransigence. Amy Cooper's life was destroyed because she called the police on that lunatic, who again is the one who instigated this whole thing.
Now listen to what he's doing. The reason why he's doing that is because he has to try to make some kind of scenario to where a white woman doing all of the help, oh my baby, help. They have to make sense of all of that Carolyn Bryant madness. And so here's a white man, Matt Walsh, trying to make sense out of it. You know, just legitimate devilry of a white supremacist. But nonetheless, let's hear more of Matt.
She lost her job.
As well she should.
She was attacked for her skin color. And in the end, she was the one who apologized. I'm not a racist, she insisted.
Wait, she was not attacked for her skin color. She was attacked for lying on that black man. See what I said? So that's why I almost entitled this broadcast, rewriting history while lying on the present. But I think deception artist is also great. So still covers the basis. Because see this devil right here? Let's listen to more of Satan right here.
Consistent. Now, there's a reason the media has to lie about the stories of Sarah Comrie and Amy Cooper.
No, we saw.
Not to mention the most egregious recent example, which was Daniel Penny. And the reason is simple. It's because they can't find videos and news stories of white people going out and hunting black people. It just doesn't happen.
How did we find out about Ahmaud Arbery? One of the biggest federal cases in recent history, documented on camera, with 3 white men hunting down a jogger in basketball shorts, a t-shirt, and Timberlands. Somehow he was a threat because he was such a threat because he was visibly unarmed. And so you needed to hop in your truck with a shotgun to talk to him. Right. Oh, I know. How about fast back up a few years to Ohio? There's a video from a little ways up, but the picture's still pretty clear. There's a little young man, a young kid, 12-year-old kid sitting in a park by himself playing with a toy gun. Policeman rolls up, and before the car can come to a complete stop, his foot steps out on the ground, blah, 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 blah. No more Tamir Rice. But I guess we didn't see the hunting down of a young black man. Or maybe the sound of a screaming Trayvon Martin yelling help. And so much so that they tried to convince you the person yelling for help was George Zimmerman. You could hear the soul in that boy's voice. You could hear it was a black kid. George Zimmerman don't got no bass in his voice. Help! Help! Pow! Pow! Yeah, there's no video, Matt. Yeah, hard. Oh, wait. South Carolina. Seem to remember a policeman tussling with a black homeless guy, or, I guess he was going through some things, and he shook free from the policeman and was running away. Policeman said, blah, 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 blah. And then not only did he just not stop by unloading in this man's back, but he then proceeds to go over to the man and plant a gun on him. But no, we didn't see that. Oh, what about, let's see, what was that, Terrence Crusher? Is that the brother that got shot in the chest? Right there over some, I don't know, what is it, cigarettes? Or CDs, where they thought he was bootlegging? You over there wrestling with him, pull him out and shoot him right in the chest. Man, we have no video. I mean, the videos are hard to come by. I will say, Betty Shelby, who doesn't even have a kill on her record, because they just wiped that brother's life away because there's no video of it. Oh, wait, there is. Oh, boy, he's a big one. Her husband's on the whirly bird. But man, no video. Got it.
Doesn't happen. They lie and pretend it happens all the time, and a lot of white leftists believe it, even when their lives come crashing down because of it. But it's not true. And the people spreading this narrative, they know that it isn't true.
Alton
Just this
Sterling.
weekend, the
Thank you.
NAACP Board of Directors issued a travel advisory for Florida. And they were warning that the state, under the leadership of that infamous white supremacist Ron DeSantis, is not safe for black people. Not safe for black people because of white people, just to be clear. But
no, white supremacists. See, this dude is a hell of a devil. But this is just telling you where they're going with it now. Like I said, when all else fails, lie. That is how they get down. Laquan McDonald. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Alton Sterling. Yeah, that's that brother's name. Charlena Lyles. I'm pregnant. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Blueberry Muffin. Damn it. I didn't even think about that. What? I'm pregnant. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, not on tape, right? Literally caught on camera.
But guess where the board's chairman lives? Florida, of course. So these people don't believe their own nonsense, but they expect you to believe it, or at least pretend that you do. On the other hand, black people committing crimes against white people for sport is common. In fact, it's so common now that it's one of the fastest growing genres on social media. Here's just one example from the UK. Watch as a black TikToker perpetrates a kind of casual home invasion, walking into a random white family's home for the sake of going viral. Watch this.
How do you go from America to London? We don't have nothing to do with them tethers. So cut that out, brother. I mean, boy, I'll tell you, Matt Walsh, boy, he's grade A crap. But let me tell you something. He ain't the only one, family. He ain't the only one, family. We gonna keep going here. Because there's more. Let's see. Where's that other one? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Look at this. So Megyn Kelly, she hopped out on this conversation, right? Because she basically is slamming the New York hospital for placing a pregnant physician's assistant on leave after she was falsely accused of stealing a black man's Citi bike. Falsely accused, huh? We're gonna hold on to that falsely. You know, they're using now. See, this is what's happening now. Black folks, I keep telling y'all that Democratic crap is going to backfire. So now they're using the Democratic line. This is the type of talk they use around Trump. His false claims of the election, his false claims about the election, his false claims. They always introduce a word that is setting up how you are perceiving what he's saying. So they're using those word tactics. That ain't by accident. So the Daily Mail wrote this. The S poured down on this woman is insane. Megyn Kelly slams new NYC hospital for placing pregnant white worker on leave after she was falsely accused of stealing black man's Citi bike, and online warriors for comparing her to Emmett Till's accuser. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Megyn Kelly. One of the first things I seen, and if those who are on my Twitter, you already know, I said, this feels like an ambush killing. This feels like a planned ambush. I mean, I can't help what I see. It looks planned. Like I said, you had the whole other Billy Badass dude. You have, I'm on phone with the police guy. Hey, what's going on? Why are you still got your phone up to your ear? You understand what I'm saying? If you're really coming over there to assist this woman, why are you on your phone? He's not filming. No, he's literally talking. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm on the phone with the police guy. And then you seen, wannabe Daniel Penny coming up, sneaking behind one of the brothers. I see that as an absolute planned ambush. I believe all them people was in cahoots. I believe now, and now that you are seeing this for the second time, I suspect that there could be different cells of groups of non-black people walking around looking for black people to ambush. Would it be so far-fetched in this country's history? Could it be so far-fetched in this country's history? No, of course not. So let me see. Megyn Kelly slammed New York City hospital for placing a pregnant physician's assistant on leave after she was falsely accused of stealing a black man's Citi bike. My God, the S poured down on this pregnant woman just for trying to actually claim the bike she paid for is out of hand, Kelly exclaimed on her Tuesday broadcast. By the way, remember when they made a big deal about the lawyer dropping a receipt? That receipt has since been rescinded. And we'll get to the reason why. The TV host showed footage of last week's viral incident before criticizing activists and social media users for smearing the white woman. Are we making it about race, or are they making it about race? I just played Matt Walsh. Sounds like it's very much about race to them. And who did he mention? Daniel Penny, Amy Cooper, and now Sarah Comas, whatever her name is. So they're mentioning all of these people within the same light. But it's not about color. Funny. Hey, but don't forget Amber Geiger and Derek Chauvin. Let's not forget them. And Kim Powder, who's already home. Sarah Comrie, a 36-year-old physician's assistant at Bellevue Hospital, has gone into hiding after she reportedly received death threats following footage of her tussling with a man over a Citi bike. Actually, no. What it shows is her stealing his phone. The video literally shows her assaulting him. It's so funny how, like, again, New York City. Hey, Alvin Bragg. You might want to finally get off your ass and do something, buddy. Because you said, oh man, we're going to go get that Trump. We're going to go. Nobody give a damn about Trump. We're black folks. We got black people getting killed on your subways and nobody's doing nothing. Telling you, damn all these black politicians, man, if you ain't coming and talking to us, the people, you want to go spend all your time talking to the Democrats? Well, then let them people on Capitol Hill vote for your black ass. Telling y'all. The hospital has since released a statement revealing that Comrie has been placed on the leave and will remain on leave pending further review. It's unclear the status of that review. Good. And they have a tweet here from the Journalista. Instead of calling these women Karens, when they do this, we should call them Carolyn or Carolyns, since the behavior they are emulating is that of Carolyn Bryant, the woman who got Emmett Till lynched. Make this video go viral. I can agree. A roughly 90-second video of the incident was posted on TikTok and Twitter and showed Comrie arguing with the man outside of the Bellevue over the weekend. We are aware of the video involving a healthcare provider off duty and away from the hospital campus. Oh boy, they made sure to put that one in there, didn't they? We ain't got nothing to do with this racist one, but she works for you. The incident in the video is disturbing. A spokesperson for NYC Health and Hospitals in the hospital system where Comrie works told CBS News in the aftermath. The provider is currently out on leave and will remain on leave pending a review. As a health system, we are committed to providing an environment for our patients and staff that is free from discrimination of any kind. Well, on her show Tuesday, Kelly scoffed at that statement. What discrimination, Kelly asked. They are accusing their own staffer of being racist in that encounter. Sounds like someone's upset that they weren't on code. She pointed out that the incident had even prompted civil rights attorney Ben Crump to delete a tweet about the ordeal after her lawyer threatened defamation lawsuits. Crump has not apologized for his tweet that read, "This is unacceptable. A white woman is caught on camera attempting to steal a city bike from a young black man in NYC. She grossly tried to weaponize her tears to paint this man as a threat. This is exactly the type of behavior that has endangered so many black men in the past." And he's absolutely right. Now, remember when they put out this is what it looks like. Probably need to. Yeah, so you probably can't really see that too well. But so the receipt that the lawyer produced that actually had the timestamp omitted. It's blurred. Well, there was all these mainstream media publications, all the same ones, by the way, that refused to actually mention Daniel Penny's name. They were the same ones going first and foremost gung-ho, making sure that they were on top of this story as soon as they could. Because see, when we made the video go viral in the grassroots, because they didn't, they picked up the story once the lawyer came out with receipts, because again, it was just her against the grassroots. Then the mainstream media got involved and started, well, wait a minute, now see, she actually had something. Now hold on. Before I get to that receipt, there was another article that I came across. And this is from some Asian looking woman. But the New York Post and you know, all of their anti-black ways of reporting the news, overtly anti-black, by the way, New York Post. Anyway, they say enough with the Karen calling. The term insults and ignores women. This is written by Kirsten Fleming. May has shaped up to be a real Karen Palooza. First, there was Hospital Karen, the white pregnant physician assistant at Bellevue, wrongfully accused of stealing a black teen city bike. Then Upper West Side lawyer, the daughter of an Egyptian immigrant, was branded a Karen after she tweeted a picture of an unlicensed food vendor in Riverside Park. Yeah, she's been a Karen. Finally, this week, the head of diversity, equity, and inclusion at Uber was put on leave after the organization, quote, "Don't call me a Karen" panel discussion. There was a panel called "Don't Call Me Karen." Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Absolutely classic. Its potency forged through internet memes. The pejorative label of Karen is shorthand for the entitled and the demanding white lady sporting Kate Gosling haircut of yore who hassles people of color. Like most things that start online, it's been tossed around so much that it becomes distorted, diluted, and hackneyed. No, because that's not your term. But nonetheless, even my friend's teenage son now calls her a Karen because she probably is. When they don't get their way. No, when Karen's being a Karen. Come on, stop it. You acting like behavior is not becoming of you. Yes, that's what. So if somebody said this is what this behavior is, to label you that is not saying anything. You lying and calling yourself something else doesn't make it so. But nonetheless, just to put all of this conversation in perspective, let me continue. And while I'm reading, just keep that picture in mind. If everyone is a Karen, no one is a Karen. As a term, yes, it's reductive, but ultimately it means nothing. But weaponized by an online mob looking to manufacture a racist narrative, you know who they talking about, it's much more than a derisive label or a derisive label. It's a flamethrower meant to incinerate the woman. Black women, I remember when I told you, when they say women, that does not mean you. You hear what this white woman just wrote this way and just said it to incinerate the woman. Not meaning you, black women, because they already entered in the racist earlier in the phrasing. Hope y'all understand that black feminism shit ain't shit. Her reputation and her livelihood in the name of so-called racial justice. So are black women not women? Or is it just because, I mean, that means that the black women would, what racism would they be doing in this? So it's clear that it's all about white women here. Let's see. This New York Post, boy, y'all ain't shit. Pregnant Sarah Jane Comrie, hospital Karen, saw her home address posted online and was even put on leave by her employer simply on the basis of social media outrage. But after a fuller picture emerged, it was proved she did indeed pay for the bike. Now, mind you, they keep talking about she proved it. No, she didn't. So, like, again, I've always said, when they run out of steam and they know that their tricks are losing, it is lie because they got nothing left. When all else fails, just start lying. So this is telling you the mind of where the white supremacists are at right now. The Matt Walshes, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, all of these other, the New York Post, like all of these different all the major mainstream publications, they all on that same time. Okay, so let me read some more here. But yeah, so they proved that she did pay for the bike. She has not proven she's paid for that bike. Nor in the video does she even mention that she did. While it was once universally frowned upon to harass a pregnant lady, Comrie was still slammed for performative crying. Well, because there were no tears. We all saw, we all watched the video. There were no damn tears. So yeah, that's called performative crying because that's just lying. Let's see. There was no more famous case than Amy Cooper, the Central Park Karen, who called cops on a black birder named Christian Cooper back in 2020 while walking her dog off leash. Every media report except Camille Foster's for Barry Wise Substack omitted the fact that Christian Cooper had threatened her. The moist bird watcher was such a threat. Yeah, right. Christian Cooper, Mr. National Geographic, get the f- out of here. And he threatened her to do what? Show her his pussy? What the hell was he gonna do? That dude ain't got no smoke for no one. The hell are you talking about? He threatened her. Threatened her to do what? Christian Cooper. He threatened her. What, to be sassy? He was going to be a sassy man on her? Gonna sass her down? She over here talking about Christian Cooper like he's some kind of boxer or fighter or something. Like he's some kind of warrior. What you talking about? Are you talking about the gay bird watcher? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. He wasn't finna do nothing to you. And not to mention, when the time the video starts, see, here's the thing. Listen to how they're lying in the article. We all seen the video. She's 15 feet away from the man talking about he's doing something to her. That's lying. And now you trying to tell us we didn't see her blatantly lie on this man? New York Post, you're losing it, baby. Let's see. Where's going on? Let me go back some more. Let's see. But even talking, I'm just skipping down a little bit. But even talking about the Karen persona is a transgression, as Bo Young Lee, the DEI boss at Uber, learned. She was put on leave after organizing a panel that drove into the spectrum of the American white woman's experience from some of our female colleagues, particularly how they navigate around the Karen persona. But let me go back to who put this on. Did you catch that name? Bo Young Lee. I can just stop right there. I mean, let me see where we at here. Oh man, here's a Sonia Shekun. She looks like she might be some kind of Indian or something. And she was branded a Karen. Meaning this Kamala Harris looking woman, Miss Sonia Shakun, which the last name is Shaykhon, if you want to look that up. If you want to look up Sonia Shakun. She says, yesterday I was coming back from tennis practice at Riverside Park and came up on this ad hoc unlicensed food stand. They were calling out to people to buy food from them or buy from them. And I asked them, where's your permit? Why? NHO place, you ain't the police. You food inspector, health inspector? What you asking them where their permit is? That's their personal business. Isn't that personal? So again, where's your permit? Because we all know the permit has to be displayed. Well, the woman in blue got belligerent and started filming me and refused to show me her permit. She started filming me and getting increasingly aggressive. That sound familiar like we just heard from Marjorie Taylor Greene? So it went from doing it to a black man to adding the same thing to the black woman. I called her a name. Then I called 911. What name did you call her, ma'am? I called her a name, and then I called 911. Wow. What happened with this, the officers never called me back. This was the 99th Street entrance. We have beautiful parks. If you see the people defacing them by setting up illegal that's not defacing something. See, now you're being a Karen. No. A person that, and this woman has a little table and some, she's set up nice and out the way and trying to get her little hustle on. While you have all those illegals over there. Go worry about getting them illegals up out of there. Go get them invaders. Go do something there. Why are you messing with this system? Time to take back our beautiful city, New York. You're an immigrant. What are you taking back in New York? And next, these people are going to be like, we're taking back the South. My people came here from India, and we're going to take back the country. The nerve. And so, mind you, I just wanted to point out something. These are Asian women who are talking about the Karen. And so if you ever want to know about your friends and tell your family this, that the family members that believe Kamala Harris is black, then ask them, why does every other Indian consider themselves Caucasian? Even Kamala Harris's mother. Why do they call themselves Caucasian if they're so black? The first black woman whose mother literally is listed as a Caucasian. But she's the first black man, and people just keep eating it up. No, we need black here and here, coming out here for all of these people who look like us, who have this lineage in this land. We need to see that move, and we're not. So, real quick, like I said, let me get this in here. So, family, they keep trying to pump this woman up, right? And now they're using this woman as, notice how they keep throwing Amy Cooper up there? Notice how they keep throwing Amy Cooper in there? The reason, and so now they're even mentioning Carolyn Bryant. The reason why they're so freely to mention her now is because she's dead. So now they're over here like Amy Cooper, they overdid it with her too. No. What about the racist white dude down there in what was that, Florida, that ran up on the young brother with the white girl and was all up in his foot? They had to pull up. That was the beginning of the pull-up era right there. Y'all remember that? That's how this pull-up era actually got kicked off. They went straight to that dude's house. And that was the beginning of the pull-up era as we know it. But like I said, there are receipts to this story. You can't find any mainstream media, literally just us. You Google this, it's only going to be our tweets. Hey, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, New York Post, New York Times, LA Times, CBS, ABC, BET, TV1, Grio, anybody want to grasp a hold of these things that we keep breaking, like we broke Daniel Penny's name? I mean, I don't understand. What you guys got the press passes and all of the extra. I mean, now some of us do have our press passes, but you get all of the extra backdoor access and whatnot. How are we beating you to the punch? Or maybe we're really not. And there's something else afoot. Because up until probably right now, y'all might not have heard this one.
The only reason why Sarah Jane Comrie was able to produce this receipt for this bicycle is because she jumped over this young man standing right here who had his hands on the handlebars, jumped over him, impales herself on his bike, and scans the QR code to begin the ride. How did all of this happen, and how do I know what happened? Because that young man is my little brother. Bike number 5603915 was in my brother's possession from St. Nicholas Ave, Manhattan Ave, all the way to First Ave and East 30th Street from the hours of 6:33 p.m. to 7:19 p.m. At 7:19 p.m., they dock the bikes. Sarah Jane Comrie walks up to them, asks, "Hey guys, can I use one of you guys' bikes?" She says this as there are other bikes sitting idle at the bike rack. They politely decline. She asks them again, mentions that she's pregnant, and they still decline. Then, with my brother standing next to the bike with his hands on the handlebars, she jumps onto the bike, sits on the bike, and scans the QR code, thus beginning her ride. Mind you, the bike was in my brother's possession at this time. So this screenshot is from 6 minutes after the previous ride ended. As you can see, 7:25 p.m. Previous ride ended 7:19 p.m. These gentlemen, these boys, did not steal this bike from Sarah Jane Comrie. She stole the bike from them, then proceeded to weaponize her whiteness. Video started being recorded at 7:24 p.m., close to 7:25. My brother's ride that was in the previous screenshot starts at 7:25. The initial ride where my brother rode the bike all the way over to this bike dock ended at 7:19 p.m. There were a number of bikes at the bike rack already there when she arrived. She still proceeded to try to take the bike from my brother. Help, help, help. Trying to make it seem like these boys stole this bike from her. The bike is on my brother's account.
And there it is. And there it is. And all of the publications that were so quick and eager to try to say that this woman had proof does not. Matter of fact, proof otherwise. Now, if you actually deal with the video itself, then you see what she's doing, and you see her weaponizing her tears like people have already accused her of doing. And, well, I had to move. Didn't Maya Ponsetto also complain about the same thing? Hey, best piece of advice, don't be a racist piece of shit. That's my piece of advice. I mean, I don't know. I mean, somebody probably would tell you different. I mean, they had a whole, let's not call Karen. I mean, it's like using the no, just no. But it's like, no. It's like, no, it's just not. And you know, this is the thing that they can't accept is when we don't bite on BS. We just simply don't bite on BS, and we know when somebody is conning us. More importantly, though, we understand the essence of fake tears.
Why you took his phone? What's wrong with you? Don't touch his phone. Do not touch his phone.
I'm not touching you. You putting your stomach.
You're hurting my unborn child. You're hurting my fetus. And see all of this. None of that is going on. Now, again, what do you see in the video? You see, Citi bike Carolyn Bryant here. Grab the boy's phone. So first, now look, why is she touching him? He's not her property. See, there's some serious psychological stuff to break down here that you're seeing. Number one, she's already touching him. If that was the other way around, don't you know all of these dudes, oh, he was damn near trying to R her. Yeah, that would have been right. I wish. And look at the dude in the background. Look at the dude in the back. Look at, I'm on the phone with the policeman right there. He already see what's happening, right? Now, like I said, well, you guys on social media, you're making it like this. What about Chicago? I don't know, bro. You ask them white folks out there in Chicago. I live in a city full of white criminals. You want to tell me about your cousins up here? I didn't think so. Look at dude back there. See him? They're already scoping. Now, he's going to walk up later on in this exchange like he was not aware of what was happening. Does this look like he's unaware? He don't look oblivious to the situation to me. That's why I always said this looks like a staged ambush.
Please help me! Help! Please get off me! What the fuck is...
She's just finished, so she takes her hand off of him to say, please help me, get off me. His hands have not moved. His hands have not moved.
Help!
Do you see what she does? Okay, so she takes off her lanyard to then go full-blown assault on this dude. This is assault. Let's back that up a bit. Mind you, have you heard her say that she's for this kid? Although that receipt talking they're doing, I don't hear her saying, I paid for this bike.
Please get off me! What the fuck is going on?
Yo, don't take it, bro.
Now you're not getting
the
bike, bro.
Hey, now you're not getting the bike, bro.
Help!
You're not getting
Get
the
off
bike.
me,
I'm
dude.
not.
Why you took his phone? What's wrong with you?
You're
Don't touch his phone. Do not touch his phone.
I'm not touching you. You putting your stomach on my hand.
No, dude, stop. No, dude, stop. No. I said no. I said sit down.
Please help.
Did you hear what he just said? You keep putting your stomach on my hand. And she is. Look at what she's doing right now. I mean, and the way that the media is trying to spin what you are literally able to see with your own two eyes, they are telling you, no, man. No, that ain't what you seeing. It's them assaulting her.
She's just crying.
You're not crying. I got your video.
Now look at this dude over here. He just now, you remember when I just paused a minute ago, he way in the background, still on his phone. Now here he comes. Oh yeah, so I mean, what's going on? You just knew when you just walked past. What you talking about? I'm on the phone with the police guy.
Wait, you pulled it out? Hey, that's not.
Now look at what he's doing. This woman is obviously not in her right mind. And she is aggressively pushing up against him. Why is he only looking at the black kid? Hope y'all paying attention to the body language of these devils, because what I'm telling you is I'm looking at this as a suspected, planned, coordinated ambush. I've said it from day one. Then you're going to see the other guy come into the frame. So this is the first. See, this is witness number one.
You put it out? That's all? That's all. You put it out?
This is my bike. It's on my account. Please move.
All right, so why don't we reset the bike?
I'm not resetting the bike.
It's his. It's his.
So why don't we reset the bike? What the hell kind of suggestion is that for something he's purchased? See, again, he's still talking to them. There is no ma'am. Because first off, you have this one pregnant white woman who's supposedly your co-worker standing in the midst of 5 black young men. As a concerned white man, shouldn't you be saying, hey, ma'am, let's step out of here? Right? Unless you're there for a different purpose. Notice how he's not engaging her at all.
It's his.
I'm gonna pull it out on your account.
Damn it. You look at how much now he's giving this dude banking advice. Man, you can just go ahead and they'll just fix your account. They'll adjust your account. Dude, you see this woman right here? Won't you say something to her? So I'm telling you, I'm seeing a planned ambush here.
Stop fake crying. Just fake crying. Stop fake crying.
Hey, stop touching me. I don't touch you.
Hold up.
Hey, stop touching me.
Now, he's done backed up away from her. Now she's reaching out to touch him. And he has to keep repeating. See, here's the other thing. She was attacked. The only people in this video saying stop touching me are them. That white woman has not said she paid for this bike. That white woman has not done anything but weaponize her tears and crying in distress when nothing was going on, screaming for help when she went and started assaulting these young men. You watched theft happen live, real time in this video. So what they're trying to get you to start doing is mind screwing yourself. No, this ain't what it is. Yes, the hell it is. And this is why we're saying this is anti-black racism. This is why we're saying she was weaponizing her tears like a Carolyn Bryant. This is exactly why we say that. Because that's what this is. Ooh-wee.
Stop touching me.
Why don't you take this bike?
Stop touching me.
You're not touching. I will.
So take it. So take it.
You're stupid ass. Fuck out of here. Dumbass. Your baby gonna come out with
Wait, how you stop crying? Not a tear came down, miss. Not a tear came down.
Now, there it is. There he is. You see wannabe Daniel Penny? Watch him come up. Why is he out of everybody that's dressed over there? He's dressed in wrestling gear. He looks like he's just stepping out of wrestling practice, doesn't he? Let me just walk that back just a little bit. Yeah, that was the person you were waiting for. Because see, again, look at the direction he came from. So she's over there, help. He's behind his victim the entire time.
Not a tear came down, miss. Not a tear came down.
There we go. Yeah. Who is this guy? And who's that fella back there? Somebody know who he is? Who's that guy? Where he come from? Because he sure doesn't look like he's dressed to be at the hospital. He looks like he's just leaving the gym. There at 7-something p.m. I mean, you can see the sun is getting ready to go down. Why is he dressed like that? And see how he come over like, hey, what's happening? Now, again, what is he doing? He's just assessing the situation, but now it's not going to be violent, so there's nobody to attack. But see, with the crowd, they were banking on an aggressive response. That way, you have witness over there on the phone, so the person on the phone will also be a witness on code. Now you have 3 witnesses. If old wannabe Daniel Penny over here could successfully get his choke out on. But that's just my theory. I just couldn't help but notice all of the people that I saw. I'm like, It's like, did y'all check out the wannabe Daniel Penny dude at the end? It's like, yeah. Take note of that. And he's walking up like he know her. He's not walking up like a stranger. And not only that, he walks up past the other dude. Do these 3 people know each other? Just peep that. I'm gonna turn the sound off. Just watch the last few seconds of that interaction and watch their body language. Do these people, not all 3 of them, know each other? The old man witness dressed like a youngster. Where the hell is he going? Yeah, and then he come from all the way from behind them dudes. So he was waiting in the wings to be the hero. Because if you're noticing, they're trying to set up the hero narrative of white vigilantism. Kind of like the Kyle Rittenhouse effect. You understand what I'm saying? So this is now where you're trying to see them live out their real true their real true fantasies. And so instead of getting an AR-15 and going to an elementary school, now they have to do it. Well, here, let's go out here and ambush somebody. And then we have whole setup and witnesses. So you got all these random people around that at the end of it really don't seem so random. Seem like they all kind of know each other. It's just something to pay attention to, family. So like I said, I was going to initially title this broadcast Deception Artists, or well, I was going to say Rewriting History While Lying on the Present. Let me see. Let me play these last 2 clips before I get on out of here, because again, I want you to see it from the street to Capitol Hill. Because that's what we don't get enough of. And then when you get somebody so extreme, they like to just kind of write people off like that. I don't. Because I understand full well you're in company that agrees with you more often than not, even if they're on the so-called side of the aisle. You understand what I'm saying? So let's just keep it a buck. Here's the first one.
We'll continue on. He says, likewise, despite centuries of exclusion and robust evidence of continuing racism, minority underemployment is often couched in the language of bad choices and personal responsibility. I gotta tell you, anybody's unemployment has to do with bad choices and personal responsibility. And again, that does not have a skin color. I know a ton of white people that are as lazy and sorry and probably worse than black people I know. And I would not hire them because they're lazy and they're sorry and they're pathetic. And that has everything to do with their bad choices and their personal responsibility. That is not a skin color issue either. That's a people issue.
Hey, Marjorie, you know that the essence and the of the soul pole slipped out there. If you ever want to know if a white woman then slept with a black man or two in their day, look for the catchwords. No white woman is running around here saying they're sorry. You know how my generation black that is, calling someone sorry? They're sorry? Come on now, Marjorie. Come on now, Marjorie. Some Jamals. Some Jamals and Kareems and basketball player dreams have been around there before at some point in time. Probably safe to say. But also, with that being said, see, she has to toe the line, and so she's doing that now because she's getting back on code. And just to show you how much on code she is, there's more.
I don't want our statues taken down in our country. I don't think you remove or erase history. So I do agree those statues shouldn't be taken down. They're part of our history. We should learn from our history. We don't erase it. But that doesn't make me a racist because I say leave the statue up there. If I were black people today and I walked by one of those statues, I would be so proud because I'd say, look how far I have come in this country. Look how far my people have, what they have overcome. And these are good things.
Oh, wow. Good grief.
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated eloquently that they don't have no sense.
Woo-wee. Lord. Yeah, it's like sorry in regards to someone being lazy. Buginas, yeah, you caught that? Like, you done been in some company. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, come on now. You done been around some folks. You done been around the family at a time or two in your lifetime. Over here acting like, oh, I never. Mm-hmm. You just didn't get pregnant, or you didn't keep it. But you know the my dad will kill me. Yeah, Blueberry Muffin said MTG has some soul dressing. Yeah, she did. It just slipped out so comfortably too, didn't it? Well, it just slipped out like. Oh, and they're just sorry. They're sorry as people I know. So when she started talking about black people, all of a sudden the memory just kicked on in, didn't it? Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm sure that there might be some fellas out there that might want to take you up on your offers, but not that. But take, see what's going on with you, because, hey, there might be some fez wearing fans out there, man. Like we always say, well, you got a Moroccan mole There's a secret squirrel nearby, and we understand what a lot of them cats be about too. Ain't it something that a lot of the Pan-Africanists, they Pan-Africans, how you a Pan-Africanist but don't actually date Africans or black women? That don't make no sense. Because some of the Pan-Africanists, when you start talking about, hey, man, we got to go ahead and start tightening up the black community and getting with sisters, man. And they like, hey, yeah, brother, man. But see, yeah, man, I'm down for the cause and all, brother. But see, sisters, man, yeah, black women be tripping, man. See, man, they just don't be acting right, man, because, I do all my simping that I can, and they just don't be receiving it, man. I really ain't got no swag. I don't really have no kind of way to get to them. So, I mean, man, but what you talking about, brother, I don't know, man, because black women really don't dig me. And what you talking about, this is how I see my future.
No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise.
See, if you take that away from them, boy, some of them boys' lives is lost, boy. All is lost. Cancel Christmas. But, for all intents and purposes, for those people who have came out and said that we were wrong for calling these people out, and now that you see the truth is emerging for all of you white supremacists,
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
and for the Marjorie Taylor Greens and City Bike Carolyn Bryant.
Own your stuff, little girl. Own it.
Because Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? So with that being said, family, please like and share. Please like and share this broadcast and understand that we have a hill to climb and we have some battles to fight. But we have a opposition that is visibly shook, visibly shaken, so much so that they have thrown everything and caution to the wind to just lie at all costs. So what they have to do is lie to kick it, literally. Ain't that's another thing that we said, we ain't got to lie to kick it. Well, they have to lie to kick it. Because getting away from their actual past doesn't really help them strengthen their future. But see, they cannot represent their past while you have the grassroots calling out everything of their past, present, and trying to change the future. See, that's where they're having issues. But I will say this. We are on the rise. Things are not stopping. Foundational Black Americans will get lineage-based reparations in this country, from this country. And that's how the ball will start rolling and change will start coming through ways of action, not symbolic gestures. So for those Black folks who believe that, well, man, we need to be unified. Well, I will tell you what, we are the only group that made the mass and the powerful have to start having conversations about our points. And that is with gatekeepers in the way, never joining in with the people. So if you believe that we don't have it right with all of the change that you are seeing right now, and you say, vote blue no matter who, vote down ballot, because we just can't let them Republicans get in. And y'all talking about vote your own interest. That don't make no sense. I don't understand that. What you mean vote your interest? Well, first I gotta ask.
Where's your family from?
Because again, like I said, with these kind of people, typically you're not from here and you got some family that you need to get in here. Like, see, like how shout out again to our brothers out there in Chicago, Tyrone Muhammad and the rest of the brothers out there. Shout out to you and the sisters out there holding it down, stepping up to these people, because understand these people come here talking about we're trying to get away from death and murder and this and that. And then you're gonna move to Chicago? No, you ain't trying to run away from murder. This is what you do. Yeah, y'all out there with that El Chapo, El Traffico. I mean, they catching tons of fentanyl coming into this country right now. So for all of it, I understand you're passionate. No, you don't. And truth be told, we can tell you. You can't tell us. If we went to Mexico and you want to tell us about your history, which you probably really couldn't because the Spaniards would know more about it than you do. But nonetheless, if we came to your country, you're not going to let us tell you nothing. However, now that we're talking about reparations, oh man, we can all talk about this and let's all talk. No. Because again, over here, the Foundation of Black Americans, it is hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
And if you believe that you will have any type of hope or chance to prevent, impede, or stop our progress in this movement, from all of us here at the Beatzilla PDX official show, the chat, and I'm certain I speak for the grassroots, the vanguard, and the voices of the new black media, when we all say to you haters,
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So make sure you follow me, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, beatzillapdx. Email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you can definitely support this channel by way of donation at CashApp. That's $BeatZillaPDX. That's $BeatZillaPDX at CashApp. And we also have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZillaMuzak at PayPal. So with that being said, we are getting ready to go ahead and call it a night. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful evening. And we will be back on Friday evening for the weekly wrap up. And again, family, let me let y'all see this. For those of you who will be in the city of Portland in July. Well, July 16th, we are doing a pleasure tribute. For those of you who know, I've also sang with Pleasure, the group. Well, we also do something here with me and myself, which Brian Foxworth, as you see, B Fox, both of us have joined along with the original members of Pleasure and recorded a record for Pleasure. So we also do a tribute thing to, of course, the music of our city. And for those who don't know, Pleasure is a group from our city, from our 2 black high schools, respectively. Like I said, 2 black high schools. I'll let you know what time it is in this city. But nonetheless, Jefferson and Grant represented in this one particular group, which is brought you some hits that y'all probably didn't even know who they were. I was like, oh, I know that song. Well, that's Pleasure. So we will be headlining the Cathedral Park Jazz Festival. And this will be closing out the show that I believe July 16th is on a Sunday. So it'll be a Sunday evening out there right by the water off the Willamette. So it's a nice park. We have a really nice setup out there. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. If you want to check out what the Cathedral Park Jazz Festival looks like, you can look at it online. You'll see pictures, videos on YouTube from previous years. You might see me, I don't know, but I mean, you'll get a feel for like the vibe out there. So it's a real jazz festival for real. So, but that being said, for those of y'all going to be around here, come on through. It's free, by the way. It is a free jazz festival, and yeah, man, if y'all here, come on out. Come holler at your boy. Come see me do that other thing I do. So, with that being said, family, stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.